Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. Wow, it's a day, and we are in the winter months, so it's cold outside, and if it's nice out, what is that, El Nino? I don't know. Anyway, you've seen them before. I guarantee you'll see them again because this group is making waves. I think when I first had a piece of them on my show, it was because of Dan Stevens saying, you got to check these girls out. And then I told Richard Douglas about them. And so now he's had them do several things. They went to Nashville. They went to, I don't know, I think they went to Memphis. I don't know, but they're all over the place. They're playing for famous people. They're playing with famous people. They are famous people. And they're going to bring you their harmonies that melt my soul. So please welcome back into your house and help them, let them reopen that love you have for them because you've seen them before and you'll see them again. Please, big hand for the Midnight Anthem.
Thank you so much. That was a great introduction. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Grace.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Kat.
And we are the Midnight Anthem. The first song we are going to do for you today is the first single released from our EP. It's called Mama Needs a Margarita. We wrote it for our mamas and all the mamas out there who could use a second to sit back, relax, and sip on a margarita.
Mama's in the kitchen, dishes ain't done. No time to chill or have a little fun. Bills are piling up and her boss is on her back. If things don't pan out, she's gonna have a heart attack. No Cancun vacation, no siesta tonight. No sunset on the water, no fiesta here until 5. Mama needs a margarita to wash her troubles down the drain. No red wine or sangria can't help to ease the pain. When life is under us, that's some tequila south the wind. Mama needs a margarita, don't you think? So get that woman a drink. Oh yeah, get that woman a drink, a drink, a drink, a drink. Mama's in the kitchen making for us. She's got a lime in one hand, she's in a rush. She's seeing someone and it ain't my dad. There's 8 on Julio, I hope he wins a bet. No stressing or depressing, no kids allowed tonight. No need for overdressing, sweatpants will do just fine. Mama needs a margarita to wash her troubles down the drain. No red wine or sangria can't help to ease the pain. When life is under us, let's some tequila south the rim. 'Cause Mama needs a margarita, don't you think? Get that woman a drink. Oh yeah, get that woman a drink, a drink, a drink, a drink, yeah. Sip one, let your worries fade away. Sip two, drink, a drink. Get that woman a drink.
Thank you very much. So this next song is one that we wrote quite a while ago. We were sitting actually in my camper, camping in my backyard, and we were sitting, and Sophia started playing this really pretty guitar thing, and we were talking about things going on in our life, and we were talking about the feeling you get when someone walks up and says, "Hey, how are you?" You go, "I'm fine." Really, you couldn't be the furthest thing from fine or okay or anything like that. So this is called "I'm Fine."
Saturday night, I saw your truck parked outside. Guess I missed the invite, but I'm fine. And ever since we called it off, I've been waiting for your call, but it's taken way too long. So I'm writing you this song to say I'm fine. 'Cause I'm fine. It's fine that you're moving on, and I'm fine with the way it ended. And I hope you're doing alright, even though my heart is breaking. I'm fine. At least I will be in time. And I'm fine when I see you with her, even though she looks like me. And it makes me wonder if deep, deep down you still wish it was me when I say I'm fine. Can't you see that I'm lying? Oh, 'cause I'm not fine. Is it that melody, that haunted memory? When you look at her, when you look at me, I can't find, but I find. It's fine that you're moving on, and I'm fine with the way it ended. And I hope you're doing alright, even though my heart is breaking. I'm fine. At least I will be in time. And I'm fine when I see you with her, even though she looks like me. And it makes me wonder if deep, deep down you still wish it was me when I say I'm fine. Can't you see that I'm lying? Oh, 'cause I'm not fine. Because when you said it was over, we barely just begun. Oh, I was ready to settle down, but you were born to run. It's fine that you're moving on, and I'm fine with the way it ended. And I hope you're doing alright, even though my heart is breaking. I'm fine. At least I will be in time. And I'm fine when I see you with her, even though she looks like me. And it makes me wonder
Thank you so much. So this next song, we sat down. We're super inspired by Deadwood and like the history of the Wild West and that whole era of time. And we were talking about Calamity Jane. She was this Wild West, like basically the queen of the Wild West. So we were like, we're gonna write this really cool country song.
Yeah.
And we sat down and we were looking into her history and learning about her. And we realized that she actually, it's really sad how she became who we know her to be. So we ended up going from writing this big, badass Wild West woman song to writing the story of how she became who she is. So this is called Jane.
By the door of the saloon, it's long past, I'll be there soon. And I try my best to keep my cool, but I'm shaking in my boots. It's 1:30 when you told me to be here, in the letter you sent, look, William. I snuck out the back door of the church to sit alone in the corner booth when I see you walking in. I can smell the bourbon. You said that you quit drinking. Used just to stutter my name. And I don't wanna fight you in my Sunday dress. So please don't further damage this tragically beautiful mess. Our house was built on broken bones, the ones we made from throwing stones. To me it was the perfect love, but how calamitous it was. Well, you put your arm around me, give me the love I desperately need. And where your hand rests, it covers the bruises perfectly. And I wish that they would just disappear, but it's the only sign that you ever cared. The only colors I know now are black and blue, but at least it means I've got you. Hold my hand as we walk home, and all is fine, the world is right. Till the lights turn off, a switch you flip your hand, you give a line that you cross. And I know it's wrong, but you're my drug and I'm addicted. And I don't wanna fight you in my Sunday dress. So please don't further damage this tragically beautiful mess. Our house was built on broken bones, the ones we made from throwing stones. To me it was the perfect love, but how calamitous it was. How calamitous it was. And I read every word you ever wrote to me. I left them in a box under the bed you made. my Sunday dress, so you can't further damage this tragically beautiful mess. Our house was built on broken bones, the ones we made from throwing stones. I thought it was the perfect love. Oh, but now I know it was never really love, and how calamitous it was. How calamitous it was. Ooh. I'll wait by the door of the saloon. They open soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. So, as we mentioned before, Deadwood inspires us immensely. So, we wrote this song, and to give you a little backstory on Deadwood, back in the 1800s, everyone headed out west for the gold rush, and when they did, all the bad guys, the outlaws, the bandits, they settled down. They figured if enough of them were in one place, no law could tell them what to do. And we thought that was really cool. So we wrote this song. Here it is. It's called Deadwood.
We go walking down these streets made of gold, running away from the old life, running away from the cold. Nobody telling us to do nothing, shooting anybody who comes knocking on a door where they just ain't welcome. Even dead wood where there's no risk, there's no reward. You can make friends, but who to trust you can't be sure. 'Cause here these sound lines are the worst of who you'll find. Even dead wood wants you here, you're here for good. We go drinking when the veins of gold run dry. If you challenge me to a poker match, you challenge me for your life. 'Cause there ain't no problem solver like my 36 Colt revolver. And aces and eights made for a dead man's head. When you've been dead wood where there's no risk, there's no reward. You can make friends, but who to trust you can't be sure. 'Cause here these sound lines are the worst of who you'll find. Here in death, wood wants you here, you're here for good. So break out the whiskey and lean in close. Listen carefully, cowboy, 'cause I'll only say it once. Now, 2, 3. Well, you've been dead wood where there's no risk, there's no reward. You can make friends, but who to trust you can't be sure. 'Cause here these sound lines are the worst of who you'll find. Here in death, wood wants you here, you're here for good.
Thank you so much. So this next song is one that we wrote. It's called All the Songs I Wrote About You. And we wrote it when one of us got tired of writing songs about the same old person over and over. So we sat down, wrote this one, and it was the very last one.
In all the songs that I wrote about you, you see the red, the gray, the black and blue. And did you write down all of the time we spent the story of us in purple pen. I see the first time when it came to an end. I see the old love, will you be my friend? And dear Austin, I know people change. I was gonna hang your fire at the end of the day, and I always tried to fight what was running through my mind at the time. You see the love, the hurt, the hope, the truth in all the songs that I wrote about you. Played them in a song that you wrote about. Should I be just letting it go slow? It's the night of this in my iPhone notes, and I always try to fight what was running through my mind at the time. You see the love, the hurt, the hope, the truth in all the songs that I wrote about you. And every time I play our song, it always hits me a little too close to home. My mama said not to give you a second chance, but now I'm all alone without romance. Well, I don't have regrets, I did all I could, and our legacy inspired a book. But many prayers and wishes and harmonies, when I think about all that you did to me. And I always try to fight what was running through my mind at the time. You see the love, the hurt, the hope, the truth in all the songs that I wrote about you. I'm kinda tired of writing songs about you. This is the last one, and that I promise you.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to talk about Sunshine a little bit?
So this next song is one we wrote called Sunshine, and you know, when we wrote it, I was in a place of really not feeling happy about life and feelings, and
It's like at the start of COVID, too,
yeah, it was
right?
the start of COVID. I was in a funk, and I was sitting with Sophia, and I remember I was just like, we sat down to write a song, and I just went into my notes, and I was like, I just have this note, and this one sentence just encapsulates.
Yep.
Encapsulates exactly how I'm feeling right now. And that's just sunshine. Where'd you go? And so this is called Sunshine.
I see you sitting in a corner booth with that familiar face, but it don't quite look like you. You're usually smiling, the sunshine in your eyes, and it's been a minute since I've been back. Seems like nothing's changed, but everything has. You seem different, a little distant. Are you good? Are you fine? And promise me that you won't lie.
Blue skies fade to gray, and the clouds roll in, rain pouring down my window pane, like the tears on your face. I've always loved rainy days, but without you here, they just don't feel the same. And I wanna know, sunshine, where'd you go? Ooh, wow. see you watching from across the room. It's been a second since I've even seen you. Why don't you sit down? I got an extra cup of coffee in a half an hour. Oh, my life has changed, but after all this time, you somehow look the same. Wish I could say that too. I'm not the same person that you knew, but I'm fine. I'm alright. I promise you I won't lie. Yeah, yeah. The blue skies fade to gray and the clouds roll in, rain pouring down my window pane like the tears on my face. I've always loved rainy days, but without you here, they just don't feel the same. And I wanna know, sunshine, where'd you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Oh, I see you sitting in a corner booth. I see you watching from across the room. Please don't lie, and I can't lie. You're not alright. I'm not alright. The blue skies fade to gray and the clouds roll in, rain pouring down my window pane like the tears on my face. I've always loved rainy days, but without you here, they just don't feel the same. And I wanna know, sunshine, where'd you go? Where did you go? Where'd you go? Oh, where'd you go?
Oh, I love that song.
Thank you, guys. So, this next one is actually the last song on our EP and the title track. It's called Here's to the Dreamers, and it's a song that Sophia had the idea for a while back. We were putting together the songs, like in high school, so years ago at this point. So we were sitting down and we're looking at this collection of 6 songs, and we love every single one, but none of them felt like it encapsulated. Good word, I like it, I'm gonna use it. Like it encapsulated the entirety of the EP. So we were looking back at notes, and Sophia found this song, Here's to the Dreamers, and we're like, that feels perfect. Every character on this album is a dreamer in one way or another. So we sat down, rewrote it, and it quickly became the title track. So this is Here's to the Dreamers.
Guys, after this song, you want to come talk to me?
Absolutely.
Yay!
That was perfectly timed.
Yeah, that was perfect.
It's cold and fragile. Things are often thrown in the trash, 'cause to fix them would be.
But you can't give in at the first setback. The problem's still there if you run away. And life was never meant to be a joyride. If you ditch the map, you'll never find your way.
So here's to the dreamers, here's to the believers, here's to the ones who never found where they belong. Here's to the outcasts, to the ones who were picked last, the hopeless romantics and the singers of the songs. Here's to me, here's to you, here's to everybody in this lonely world. Here's to the dreamers, may they dream forevermore. It's an uninspired world out there, full of uninspired people. And our childhood dreams are often left in the past, 'cause when you grow up you forget to believe in miracles.
So go and stand up on that stage. You could be artist of the year someday. The words that someone needs to hear the most could be the ones on that crumpled up page.
So here's to the dreamers, here's to the believers, here's to the ones who never found where they belong. Here's to the outcasts, to the ones who were picked last, the hopeless romantics and the singers of the songs. Here's to me, here's to you, here's to everybody in this tragic world. Here's to the dreamers, may they dream forevermore.
Well, if lungs were meant for breathing, then songs were meant for singing. If eyes were meant for seeing, then books were meant for reading.
If hands were meant for feeling, then art's meant for creating. If hearts were meant for beating, then dreamers should be dreaming.
Here's to the dreamers, here's to the believers, here's to the ones who never found where they belong. Here's to the outcasts, to the ones who were picked last, the hopeless romantics and the singers of the songs.
Here's to the pretenders, to the ones who still remember, those who are still hurting, and those who have moved on. Here's to the reckless, to those who are hopelessly overachievers, and the ones who prove them wrong. Here's to me, here's to you, here's to everybody in this crazy world. Here's to the dreamers, may they dream forevermore. 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 Forevermore.
You guys are amazing. Come on over and mic up. While the ladies are getting down and mic'd up, that's all right, sweetie. Let me tell you that the Breeze Line Winter Cinema Series at the Guard starts on the 19th with Maestro. If you haven't seen this movie, you want to see it on the big screen, the Guard's the place to go do it. They run until, I don't know, April. I don't have that exact date. But I do know that all those movies that you really want to see, or maybe don't even want to see at all, like Barbie. Not. Okay, sorry. I just can't. But anyway, all the good movies that came out in the last year are going to be there. So check it out. It's the Breeze Line Winter Cinema Series at the Guard. And you have to check when the dates and times are of the movies because they all go up on the big screen at different times. So check it out at guardarts.org. Now we're going to talk to these amazing humans. Hi, Kat.
Hi.
Hey, Phil. Hi, Grace.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. You guys have been here like off and on for like 5 years or more.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
more.
19.
It's been a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And you're just making it all over the place, aren't you?
We're
thank
trying.
How does that make you feel that people just fall in love with you when they hear you sing?
I think it definitely gives us the strength and the passion to keep going. Like, people don't realize how much it means when they come up to us after a show and say, you guys have something so special in your voices, in your songwriting, in your sound. It does. It totally gives us the inspiration to continue doing what we're doing.
And the fact that your families are like, well, first of all, just for those of you that don't know, these ladies are related. You can tell in their harmonies. But doesn't like one of your brothers and tell me,
Yeah, so
let's do the dynamics of the stage show.
We should've
so
brought a
I know we
whiteboard.
should have brought a whiteboard. We'll do that next time. So
Okay.
we are sisters.
Right.
Grace is our cousin. The guy who plays drums for us is Grace's dad and our uncle. And the bass player is our brother, her cousin. Our father and mother do sound for us at some shows. and just our entire family is very like comes
Very
to
involved.
everything
Yeah.
and helps out with everything. The people that aren't helping with sound or something are helping unload and repack the equipment.
Or
and
like as simple
yeah.
as we'll leave picks at their house by accident. We'll be like, oh my God, we don't have a pick, and they'll run up and be like,
Yeah,
"Here's
like
pick."
they-
So
yeah.
it's the little
We
things, but they're
just-
supportive in every way you could imagine.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah,
And
it really
it's
is.
so cool because you guys are really, really good. And
Thank you.
I'm excited because you have an EP coming out. It's been a long time coming. I believe when you guys were first on the show, it's like, when's the album? When's the album?
I know.
And I have a friend, her name's Marcy Hempstead, and I just went live with you guys for Jane and the next song, whatever it was, because I got caught up in
Deadwood, yeah.
I got caught up in whatever. Anyway, she came, who are these people? So I sent her the Midnight Anthem, and I said she has an album coming out. So you have a new fan because I went live.
Oh,
But
thanks.
where can people find you?
All social media at the Midnight Anthem.
Make sure you put the.
The
There
is
you
very
go.
important.
The Midnight
Yes.
Anthem.
The-
And they play all over the place. Where are some really special gigs that you guys have had? What are some really special gigs that have happened for you guys?
So I think we have two types of special gigs.
Yeah.
Because one type is like this sentimental, means the most to us, I would say is probably Nightingales.
Yeah.
Getting up,
That's where
that
we
was
started
the first
out.
place we ever sang a song out in front of people, the three of us together.
Yep.
Was for
playing
Ramblin'
there,
Dan and Gail Stevens.
Every time we play
They're
there,
the-
it kind of feels like coming
It's like home,
anyway.
and
Yeah,
they're the
yeah.
first people that like really took a chance on us and like helped us book our first gigs. Like they're the first people that believed in us, other than like family.
Yeah.
So,
So
well,
And
obviously
Di.
you too.
Yes.
Well, if it
But
wasn't,
they got
I
us
would
in
not have
contact
heard
with
of you
Yeah.
if it hadn't been for Dan Stevens.
Yeah.
And then I took what you guys have and ran with it and called Richard. And Richard has booked you guys all over the place, including Women's Voices.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many, you've played for 2 Women's Voices or 3?
I think
Two,
two,
I
but
believe.
non-consecutive. There was
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you'll be back
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
That's a given. That's a
Awesome.
given. Because not only does Richard love you guys, but Christine Ullman loves you guys too, right?
Well, that's
Yeah, that's a big deal.
awesome. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a big deal. I love Christine. I like to consider us friends, but whatever. You know, it's like you never can be friends with someone that famous. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so let's talk about some songwriting stuff because it feels like the songwriting comes from all 3 of you.
Yes. So I mean, we all started writing at a very young age. So then eventually we started going up at parties, and we'd go up to our rooms and hide out in a corner and write songs. I have songs we wrote when we were 9, 10
Yeah,
years
elementary
old,
school.
young.
Yeah.
And so then a few years goes on, and we were writing these songs and these poems, and then we picked up guitar and piano, and we started learning chords and putting music behind the songs we were writing. And so again, at family parties, we'd go and find a quiet corner and play each other the songs we had written, and sleepovers would happen, and we'd write songs together. We'd FaceTime each other late at night and write songs, and I think it's all kind of history from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it sounds like it's serendipitous that you guys become famous. I just think it's in the universe. But when you guys are writing songs together, who decides who's going to do what harmonies, or do those harmonies just happen because you're related?
A lot
it
of
kinda
times they just fall into place.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what the song is that we're writing and
Whose range fits the
Who's-
chorus
yeah.
best? Yeah.
And we kind of have like if I came to the girls and said, guys, I have this line that I absolutely love and I think it would be a great hook, and we wrote the song, and I said, is it okay if I sing melody on the chorus? Then I would sing melody on the chorus, and they would pick which other part of the song they'd want to sing, and then whatever was left, I'd sing the
Yeah.
rest.
we're all very
We
like
all take turns
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
Well, I watch you guys on stage, and you do take turns. It's like musical guitars. Oh, well, that's a thing too. And when you have the band, do the guys have any say in what you guys are doing? I mean, really? No. No.
Like as far as songs or like?
Yeah, like what you guys are doing in the order you sing the songs.
I mean,
I
they
mean,
very
they
much.
suggest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
or
they
like,
also are very good at like going with the flow.
yeah.
You know.
as they should. You guys are the stars, as it should be.
Well, we're very lucky. I mean, to have both of them. My dad, he's extremely go with the flow, and I'll turn around and I'll be like, I'm blanking. What do we play?
Yeah.
And him and Ian are great at pulling out our strong ones that I'm just not thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad also books
All our shows.
98% of the shows. We occasionally book one here or there, but 2 years ago we had over 80 gigs. Last year I think we had 65 gigs, and it's all because of him.
That's
So-
more than one a year. I mean, more than one a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than one a
Most
week.
weekends we have 2 or 3 during
Yeah.
the summer.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands that aren't doing that much playing out.
Yeah,
It's a
been
big
amazing.
deal. It's a big deal. And pandemic kind of slowed you guys down a little bit, but in that time you wrote a bunch of music, right?
Did.
Yeah.
Well, that was also at the very beginning of this whole thing.
Right.
It's
right,
like
right,
we
right.
started singing out in 2019,
Right.
and then 2020 happened, and we still found our way. We found
We did the
farms
live
and
streams.
live streams
the
and
Dan.
different places that were still having live music.
And then we were just writing all the time.
Yes.
So
Which one of you thinks you're the most prolific writer?
I really think we all have
We
our
all-
moments.
We all have
Yeah.
different strengths
Yes.
and different,
I
Nothing
feel
like being gracious to one another.
well, I mean, you think about it, I think Sophia, not anything against you or me, comes up with these like killer, get stuck in your head melodies. Like, I
love
feel like
writing
that's her
catchy
strength.
melodies. That's like my favorite.
Kat, you're great with lyrics, and you have this beautiful voice that goes really high and really low.
Yeah.
And I feel like lyrics are one of my strong suits
Yeah.
as well.
Wow.
So I feel like we all, not that lyrics aren't also Sophia's strong suit.
Yeah, I
we-
was
we
feeling
all-
really
it-
offended here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I figured
stop. Oh, stop.
And that was how the band broke up.
That's it. I'm leaving.
No, we all have
That-
our strengths
see,
at
that
different
wouldn't work.
times.
Yeah.
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 That wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't.
You can't.
But
No.
also, because she comes to us sometimes with like a verse and a chorus, and she's like, the lyrics are really bad. It's more so the melody. And then she plays it to us, and we're like, but the lyrics are great.
That
Like, we don't want to change
happens
it.
a lot.
So, really, we all.
So the EP will drop when?
June.
June, and there's a radio show you're going to bring and drop it on?
We
would
would
love to.
absolutely love that.
Okay, so that's a deal. Like the minute that album is ready to drop, you're going to come to me and say, Grandma, we're going to go on the air and drop this album.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
yeah,
would be
yeah,
incredible.
Yeah. Oh, I get so excited when I get to be the first. I love that. And people can find you on all your social media. What do you have coming up for shows?
We're kind of
So, like, go out 2 weeks. Start in and the last weekend of January.
Oh my goodness. I honestly don't know. My dad books so many that I feel like I have to check the schedule sometimes
Yeah.
to see what's
Is there a place that the schedule is written down that people can?
You can go on our website,
Yep.
www.themidnightanthem.com.
slash
Yay.
events?
Yeah, and
Slash
there's an
events.
events page. You can also check our Facebook, our Instagram. We always post
Like a
our
few days
upcoming
leading up.
shows.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the best places. to
So,
look.
a lot of musicians already do it. You can post your event page on Grandma's Attic Music Review.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's a thing. Like, a lot of people do it.
Okay.
Good to know.
And if I don't like what you're posting, I won't let it post.
There you go.
But like that would happen. I don't think so. So we have a date in June. That's awesome. You're going to be playing all over the place. Any big festivals you think that you're doing?
I mean,
Somebody wrote on
I don't know.
the Newport Folk Festival. Somebody wrote that you guys should play there. So we'll see how that goes. And
Really
there's a
love
couple.
that.
The Americana Festival has kind of, they had a really bad fire. So the Americana Festival up in Maine,
Oh, yeah. I heard
they had a
about that.
really bad fire. So I don't know when that's going to happen again, but that was such a great, great day.
That was a
Okay,
great day.
so if you guys could decide one venue in one country with any audience, who would it be, where would it be, that whole question. What country, what venue, and what kind of audience?
Okay, I have my answer. Can we each
Yep.
give you a quick answer?
Absolutely.
So mine would be, and maybe I'm not thinking about this hard enough, but my initial thing is to play Giant Stadium with just everyone. That's MetLife, that's in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Just because our family, a lot of them is from New York, it would kind of be like a hometown. We'd be able to get all of them to it easily. New York City is so concentrated with musicians. I feel like it'd be easy for East Coast Nashvillians to get up to see it. So
Nice.
that would be my choice, I think.
I'd love to play the Opry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Grand Ole
Like, I think
Opry.
That's, kind
That's
of
the
number
obvious
one, the Grand Ole
answer.
Opry in
Yeah,
Nashville,
yeah.
or the Ryman too.
Yeah, those both.
That's a dream, is to become a member of the
Yeah.
Opry.
This is kind of smaller, but the Xfinity Center in
yeah.
Hartford, just
Mm.
because
I've
we've
seen
gone
so
to
many
so many
concerts
concerts there that
to
like
be on the other side of it.
yeah,
would be
that
sick.
because
Yeah.
that would really be. I mean, that's in Connecticut, so that I feel like is the biggest venue. In
Oh, and
Connecticut.
you'd sell out. You'd sell out. They'd
That
have
would
to.
be
They'd
great.
have to book 2 shows because you'd sell out.
I just feel like that would be a kind of cool.
And people would be coming
we've
from
seen
like
so many
all over
shows
New
there.
England because people come to the Xfinity Center from all over
Yeah.
New England. And I'd like to see you guys do the arena at the Mohegan Sun because
That's
really
another
cool.
one that would be great.
because well the reason why is not just because it's right there, but I believe that some of the biggest acts in the world play there, and people from all over the world come to shows there. They may be just coming there to do some gambling, but they hear that the Midnight Anthem is playing the arena, and they're ticket winners, so that they're there,
Of course.
true.
right? And quite frankly, there's really not a bad seat in the house.
No.
That's true.
You
That is
know?
it is totally a great venue, and we have a very close friend who works at Mohegan Sun, so
Oh,
we could have him be our
yeah.
personal
Our
bodyguard.
personal security guard and
Hi,
he can get us
Cliff.
water.
Well, so I have
Tribal.
I have a
Tribal
really
water.
good I have a really good wife that is the master pastry chef at Tao, which is like
Okay.
you come out of the arena and Tao is like right there,
Yeah.
and it's like 10-star restaurant. So
Awesome.
we got to
Okay.
do it. We got
Cool.
to do it, right?
Yeah, that would
It's
be
a
incredible.
thing. So when you guys are writing songs, you seem to look for subjects, well, like the whole Calamity Jane thing. How did that change that song, knowing the reality to her story?
Well, we originally were like girl power,
Badass,
Jane,
badass.
like upbeat, fun, and then we're going through and we were sitting. We don't want to like make up a story about her. So
No,
we went
absolutely
back and
not.
we're
I
researching
understand
her,
that.
and it was just very. Her entire past is just very, very sad.
Yeah.
But that's what made her who she was.
Yeah, I mean, I think we started by looking up the word calamity.
Yeah.
We're like, what does it mean to be
Be in a
calamitous?
calamity.
Yeah.
And it's something, this is not the direct definition, but it's something to the extent of like inevitable disaster, that kind of deal. So we're like, huh. So we look back, and her story, basically, her parents abused her. She left her parents, and then she married this guy named William, and he ended up being abusive. Long story short, she found out she was pregnant, so she decided she was going to leave, and she left him to protect her daughter Jessie.
Right.
And we just took as much from that story as we could and wrote it. So
You know, if you look at the reality of it, it's a very modern day story. These things happen all
They
the
do.
time. And if people would just take a minute out of history and breathe, they would be like, wow, just wow. What are the 6 songs on the E EP?
All
so
the ones we just played.
yeah, we just played it beginning to
straight,
end.
beginning to end.
You did?
Yes.
And Dipsy Doodle went over there and stole the set list, and I was
He
like,
did.
oh, God, this
That's
is,
okay though. They were our backup songs just in case we needed a couple more.
he's asleep now, so that's fine. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So we've talked about your songs, and we've talked about coming on the radio. And if one of you was given the opportunity to do, say, I don't know, The Voice, would you walk away from Midnight Anthem to do it?
Oh, like separately? No.
I was
Like
just gonna
one of
say.
us?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I said. No. Okay.
We even as far as earlier, we have this song Sunshine that I'm like still not 100% sure on the harmony for it. And the girls were like, okay, you're gonna sing this part and it's gonna be fine. And if you're not comfortable singing it, then we're just gonna skip it altogether because we don't wanna do it without you. As, you know, as small as something like that, I don't think that, I wouldn't do it. And I think if we got enough recognition for one of us to be picked for the voice, hopefully someone would see the three of us together and know that there's just something special there that I don't feel we have on our own. So
It's all for one and one for all.
I
yes,
agree.
ma'am.
I
The Three
agree.
Musketeers.
I agree, and I think you guys are totally amazing. I think that what you bring to the table is the word debilitatingly awesome, because you can't move. When you guys are playing, you have to sit and go. I was sitting here. You get better every time I see you. You're building yourselves into the professionals that you're going to become. You're already there in so many ways. You have a whole family behind you. And not for nothing, but I'm behind you too. I'll
We
take
know you
this much.
are.
I'll take this much and be this much behind you for this long, for like forever. Will you do me a favor and take us out with a song?
Absolutely.
Take your tether off.
All right.
So while they're getting back up there to get ready to take us out with a song, let me please remind you, it's cold out. Please check on your neighbors and check on your neighbors. Make sure the kids have shoes and socks on. Make sure your elderly have fresh water and heat. Take care of your community. I love you all. See you next week. Say good luck, the Midnight Anthem, and I'll see you all next week with someone new and different. Bye.
All right, here is a song that we wrote, and it is called Bitter.
I know what it's like to hold the weight of the world on your shoulders. And every time you think you're gonna bend, you break. But that's just a side effect of getting older. If there was a pill for maturity, it's one that you should take. 'Cause I'm done getting dragged into your drama. I won't be your confidant no more. 'Cause you're so bitter, and I'm not quick to pull the trigger. I'm looking in the eyes of a stranger, and it's too damn late to save her. And I can feel these bad vibes coming off you like a wildfire. And I don't wanna burn to the ground with you. 'Cause you're so bitter. How much of a narcissist would you have to be to think the whole world was conspiring against you? Well, take a look in the mirror, babe, and soon you'll see why you're the most hated person in every room. And I can't keep on playing your defense. I'd rather be on the bench than cheat to win. 'Cause you're so bitter, and I'm not quick to pull the trigger. I'm looking in the eyes of a stranger, and it's too damn late to save her. And I can feel these bad vibes coming off you like a wildfire. And I don't wanna burn to the ground with you. 'Cause you're so bitter. Well, I know your tendencies. That puts me one step ahead of the game. So you can point your gun at me, but I won't let you take advantage of my guilty conscience. 'Cause you're so bitter, and I'm not quick to pull the trigger. I'm looking in the eyes of a stranger,
to save her. I can feel these bad vibes coming off you like a wildfire. I don't wanna burn to the ground with you, 'cause you're so bitter, and I'm not quick to pull the trigger. I'm looking in the eyes of a stranger, and it's too damn late to save her. And I can feel these bad vibes coming off you like a wildfire. I don't wanna burn to the ground with you, 'cause you're so bitter. Thank you.